Hey friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudet, your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask a specific question and I give you a specific answer. I am so happy to see all of you today. Y'all know this is my favorite live of the week. Why? Because your Tarot Fairy Godmother loves to spill the tea and squeeze the juice, and that's what we're going to do today. I want to start out by saying a big thank you to Cassandra, who has helped out with a super chat and a super sticker. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so generous and kind. Really appreciate that. And Justine, who is a member and a moderator and has also helped out with a generous super sticker. Really, really appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you. Let's get going. I will take these questions in the order in which I see them. Let's bring up CardCam now. There we go, and as you can see, it's Light Seers Tarot today. So that's what we're going to be working with. Let's get shuffled, and I will get to your questions. And I do want to remind you, tomorrow, if you happen to be a member of this channel, we have our members only live stream where we're going to talk about stalker cards, echo cards, when a tarot card repeats. It's tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is already up. If you're a member, you're eligible to join us. If you're not a member, consider joining now so you can join us tomorrow. Also in the description, there are working links for StarCon. Get your ticket for StarCon. To book an appointment with me so we can do a private reading one-on-one by phone, Zoom, FaceTime, or in person in Palm City. And a link to vote for me in the World Divination Association Awards, where I've been nominated in 3 categories. I've been telling you 2, but it's really 3. I didn't even vote for myself in all 3 categories because I didn't see it. I was so surprised by one of the categories. But now I'm nominated. I want to win. So go vote for me. Really, really appreciate you. All right, let's get going. First up, we have Cassandra Revelta. Thanks for being here. And again, thank you for your support of a super chat and a super sticker. Good morning. We're in need of your guidance today, and I'm grateful and happy to try to help. So the question for you, Cassandra, is S going to cause problems for my father now that the cat is out of the bag? Okay. S is not to be trusted. That's a damn fact. Not to be trusted. But will this person actively cause problems? I think the situation itself is a problem, but will further problems be caused by this person? Not in a big way. Not in a big way. Okay, now for Mom Raquel, was this always S's plan while she pretended she cared about everyone? Okay, so did she always have this plan in her mind and heart? I'm going to say not in the way you're thinking. Like you're thinking in this very calculated, vicious, step-by-step way. No, it wasn't that. And I can tell you why. Because S isn't smart enough to do that. S is an opportunist, always looking for possibilities. Did she ever really care about all the people? I think S's ability to care about people is somewhat stunted. I think that's true. But I don't think it was like this huge plan. I think that there were always options. There were always options. You know, I could do this, I could do that. Did she really never care? Was she pretending? I don't think she operates like you and I do. I really don't. I feel like she cares as much as she has to care in the moment, and she can care today and not care tomorrow. What is her ultimate motivator? She's looking to move herself forward. She's looking for comfort and security for herself. That's her motivator. Hope that makes sense. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what y'all are going through, but judging from the questions, it ain't pleasant. And I am so sorry. All right. And because this is so important and significant, and because you've been so generous, if any of that didn't make sense or if it sparked a further question, go ahead and ask and I will address it. All right. Nalini Kalu, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. My relationship with my mom is very distant. What's going on with her health and mental stability, and will our relationship improve? Well, with her health, let's do that 3-card body, mind, spirit for your mom. Body, I think there's actually been improvement in the physical health, but she also has she has emotional issues about the physical body and about her health that can be problematic. Mind, I feel like she's easily confused and not very focused. Spirit, I feel like, I think she would identify herself as a spiritual person, but I don't think she is wise or thoughtful in the way that she processes that. So, is your mom in horrible health? From my perspective, I don't think so. But is your mom in a place where she has good, nuanced thinking and well-being and mental acuity? Also, no. No, she's not. And that's why your relationship with her is distant. When you are just accepting all of that and not seeing it, you could be in relationship with her. Now that you're seeing it and you're looking for her to be a little more thoughtful and a little more accountable, that's where the problem comes in. Can this relationship be improved? I think as you get stronger in your own self, you can hold space for what's up with you and not let what's up with your mother bother you. So I think you could learn to be more patient because your boundaries are better. And that's the key. You have to have good boundaries with her. And she doesn't respond well to boundaries. But nonetheless, that's the secret, right? The secret to having a better relationship is you'll be able to be more patient and more trusting when you have better boundaries that she is observing. So that's what you got to work toward. Okay, Trey Cameron, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Looking for advice from Spirit. Well, that is not the most specific question, Trey. What's up with you? We'll do it, though. We'll do it for sure. And thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really do appreciate you. Advice from Spirit for you. It's all about figuring out who you are and who you want to be. It's all about your relationship with yourself and the ways that you are kind of hard on yourself and how maybe we could turn that around to recognize that you're smart and creative, that you have a good sense of humor. You're probably a really good writer. And the thing is, you are going to be the first to shit talk yourself, internally and sometimes externally. That. Okay. Liz Harrison, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Okay. My mom's health is declining. I'm so sorry to hear this. And she feels her only option is surgery. I've been hesitant to offer my alternative doctor because she doesn't love my woo-woo ways. I get it. Would Amy be open to trying my holistic doctor? And would it help with her health condition and a chance to avoid surgery? Let's take a look. Each case is unique. Let's take a look and see. First of all, would there be openness to trying this doctor? I think there would be. I think at this point, she is open to possibilities. And the thing is, you can't be like, what you're doing is bad and what I'm doing is good. You can't put value judgments on it. You can say, before you make this decision, you might want to check in here and just see if there's something there for you. So it all depends on how you sell it. Now, the next question, would there be something there for her? And the thing is, in dealing, very often dealing with naturopathic doctors, it requires our buy-in and our participation. We can't just take a pill. We may have to eat this particular diet or do these particular things. So the first question the first question that I have vis-a-vis that is, if she saw the naturopath and the naturopath prescribed some protocol that mom would have to follow, would mom be able and willing to follow the protocol? I think in the past she probably wouldn't have, but she might be scared enough now to give it a try. Now, would the protocol work? If she did it, would this doctor be able to help her? I don't know. Maybe. But, there's a part of me that's like, looking at the cards like this, I'm sort of like, pick and choose your battles here. This may not be worth it. Now, what about surgery? Is surgery, and obviously I'm not a doctor, and we always try to avoid surgery whenever possible, but is surgery the right answer here? It's not an ideal answer. This is not a simple case. This is not a case where you should just go in, get the surgery, and be done. It is not simple, and there are risks involved. So, I think that you are very right to very gently just say, hey, I support you in what you're going through and whatever you want, but would you want to talk to this person that I know before you make a decision? And, because I think a lot of the problem that comes up between you and your mom is this like, my way is right. No, my way is right. It's like that. And that doesn't serve. All right. Oh, here it is. We have been waiting for this, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, all the peeps. We have been waiting for this. Morgana the Great. Here we go. For those of you who are not familiar with our ongoing relationship, Morgana the Great, and Trey sometimes participates in this too, really good at coming up with these sort of murder, true crime, conspiracy things and asking me and the cards what I think. And it's perfect because I usually have not read the books, gone to the websites, like I usually have never formed an opinion on these things. So I have no opinion. I just read the cards and we'll see. Here we go. It's fun, right? I read In Cold Blood when I was in high school, and it stuck with me since. There's a rumor that Capote had an affair. In Cold Blood, of course, was about, I don't remember what it was, written by Truman Capote, though. Is that right? Yeah. Capote had an affair with one of his criminals. I remember this book. I never read it. I remember my grandmother and my mother reading it, though, like when I was young. So it's been out for a while. There's a rumor that Capote had an affair with one of the criminals. Is it true? And what happened to the Clutter family? Was it something karmic? I'm asking because it was just such a random crime. If you're not familiar with the case, I'm not. The whole family was brutally murdered by two complete strangers who never met them and weren't even from the same town. Is that what that was about? Okay. Very good. Hey, La Morena, good to see you. Long time no see. Glad you're here. All right, so did Capote have an affair with one of the criminals? There is nothing here that would make me think that would be true. I'm going to say no. Now, what happened to the Clutter family And you're asking, like, why? I mean, we know what happened to them. You just told me what happened to them. I think you're asking, like, why them? Was it a karmic thing? Was there something spiritual about it? Or was it just random crap that happened? Let's see. I mean, I think we can find meaning in every terrible thing that happens. And I think with the Judgment card, we could see that maybe, yes, there would be some sort of karmic thing involved. So there probably is a deeper spiritual story here. Not to say that they deserved what they got, you know, I mean, and I kind of hate it. As an American, when I see Westerners use the concept of karma to mean retribution or payback, like that's not it. But I do think spiritually there is something there that connected the souls of the killers to the souls of the victims in this case. Yes. All right. Alan, nice to see you. When will things get better with my husband, and when will he come back? I think right now the whole thing is y'all have to stop being defensive with each other and start being friends with each other and work on it. And I think you have a willingness to do that. The question is, does he have a willingness to do that? I'm not sure that he does. I'm not sure that he does. And so, you know, when will he be back? We don't know that he's coming back. I mean, we don't know that. And so the thing is, like, do I think this could work if you both worked at it? I do. But both of you would have to want to. And right now, this minute, I'm not getting any indication that your husband wants to at this time. Do I think he will want to in the future? Quite possibly, yes. Quite possibly, no guarantee. But you know what you have to do is kind of leave him alone and let him miss you. Like the less access he has to you, the better. That's the best way to get him to think about it and maybe think about it in a different way. Give him less access to you right now. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Lisa Byroad, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I have so much on my mind. I don't know where to start. I've been torn between moving to another state, but unsure if I should move to be near my elderly mom, closer to my daughter, grandson, or near my father. Okay, so first of all, I think the question is moving to another state a good thing for you to consider at this time in general? And I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, I think it's right to consider because you are considering it. And I don't think you're really happy where you are. And the thing is, I think you need to look at where you will be happy. And you're looking at, you know, well, I want to move to someplace where I know people, so I should be near these people. But is that really what's going to make you happy? Is it going to make you happy to be near any of these people? Yeah, it could. It really could. Not a bad idea. So now, let's take a look. Okay. So I think it's interesting that mom is elderly, but father is not. And I'm having a hard time believing that that's actually the case. My guess is they would be, you know, perhaps in a similar generation. And so I don't know if that's showing us that you have more concern for your mom's well-being because she is more unwell, you know, that she's having more geriatric issues, or if it's that you have a more comfortable relationship with your mom. But I think it's really interesting that your mom is my elderly mom and my father is my father with a capital F. I thought that was just super, super interesting. I'm not going to read into it beyond that, but there's probably so much in the family dynamic there that is interesting. All right, Let's take a look. Be near mom. I don't know that there's much there that you would really be interested in there other than mom. I don't know if that's a good place for you to have a life. Closer to your daughter and grandson. That would be more fun. That's a better choice. That would be more fun for you, more opportunity for more of a life. Or near your father. Yeah, I say go with the next generation. Leave the old people and go with the young people. That's what I think. And I'm saying that, of course, as an old person myself. So, there we are. It is what it is. All right, Rose, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a new member of this channel. We really appreciate you. I've dealt with agoraphobia for decades. I am so sorry. That's really hard. Lately, I've been able to occasionally get out with friends. Good for you. Will I succeed in my plan to consistently get out of the house independently? So let's look at this. When we look at, just the disorder that you're dealing with in your life, it's there for a reason, right? It's there for a reason. And weirdly, it's there to keep you safe. And so it's like a thing that got weirdly flipped when you were feeling unsafe. On an emotional level, and I'm not a doctor, I can't tell you what to do, but I feel like really looking at what caused you to feel unsafe in the first place might be very helpful in getting past this. And maybe if you haven't tried, maybe EMDR might be a good therapy to help you break away from some of that trauma, some of those trauma responses. Now, the fact that you are able at this time to sometimes get out with friends, and yay for friends, this is good. This is good, and this is going to sound counterintuitive, but I'm assuming your friends are really good, supportive friends, and you have to be able to say to them, yes, I feel able and wanting to go out, or no, I'm not going this time. And you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to say yes or no, and your friends have to support you either way. That's what you have to commit to for yourself, and that's what you have to ask them for, that you're allowed to say yes and you're allowed to say no. Would these things all work together to help you not be burdened by this disorder in the long run? Would this help? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. You are on your way. I think the things we've talked about here could be helpful in your journey, but one way or the other, you are on your way. You will do this and your friends will help you. Well done. Well done. Okay, Adriana Belange, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. Is Sophie T going to be my boss, new chief of staff next year, and can I trust her? And would we work well together? So let's see what we've got. Is this person going to be in this position next year? There's no guarantee of that. Maybe yes, maybe no. If that were to happen, would you find this person trustworthy? Not necessarily. Would you be able to work well together? I think it would be a little problematic. The advice I would have for you if you ended up working with this person is do not give this person more trust than they have earned. Always be on your best behavior with this person and write everything down, because I have a feeling this could be the kind of person that will gaslight around what was said, what the instructions were, what was supposed to be done, all of that. So making sure the communication is clear would be very necessary. But the good news is I don't think this is going to happen. All right. Liz, a fun but heavy class, if we all came up with a random conspiracy type question, could be interesting. Right? Right? Oh, Lisa, your mother's in a nursing home and your father is independent and thriving. Yep, that's the difference. Okay, got it. Understood. Understood. Right, Rose, especially that final card. So good, so good, so good. Okay. And Lisa, I am so sorry that your mom is in that situation, but I do think she's well cared for. I really do. All right. Audrey M., nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Figure out a question. Dr. Alled, Robin Renee, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I have the job and the house. Congratulations. So where's the man? Right? Love you too. Where's the man? And congratulations on getting the job and the house. That was no small feat. So let's find you that man. Where's your man? Okay, I would read this as just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. And within the next 6 months, I think you will find the person who will help and not hurt, who will not abandon you, and who will not be there to cause a fight in your life. I think it's coming. I really do. And I don't think you need to really look for it. I think you just need to be aware. Open. A table for one. Diana, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Okay, been busy this week and missed Monday and Friday. We missed you. I'm thinking of a YouTube channel focus. Will I get at least a moderate share of viewers and be monetized with this YouTube focus that you're thinking of? So you know what this says to me? The only way to find out, it's like Field of Dreams. You got to build it and they will come. But yeah, I think it's a good idea and I think it can happen. Yes. Yeah, I think you can get there. And I think it's a good idea. Jenny, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You're up next. Liz, lots of mom stuff today. Yeah, seriously. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Just an update while I figure out a question. I did get my lease renewal like you predicted a few times. Well, that's good because I know that was concerning and I'm so glad that is now off your worry list. So that's fabulous. All right, Jenny, here we go. Thanks for your patience. I've been feeling super lonely. I'm so sorry. I miss having a deep and reciprocal friendship. Can you tell me when I will meet my next BFF? And can you give me some spoilers on how she'll be like? And you know, this is such an important question because our friends, our friendships, in a lot of ways, just as important as our romantic relationships. I'm happy to note that on a lot of dating apps, you can actually look for friends. You can go like on Bumble and look for BFFs on an app because it's such a necessary thing, right? So, when do we see you meeting a new bestie? I feel like you need to be more active in making it happen. You know, do you have to use an app? Not necessarily. Excuse me, but I do think that you need to be more proactive. If you are a little more proactive, the thing is, I think you sometimes meet people and you're like, oh, this could be a friend. You know, it's just like dating, right? Oh, this could be it. And then it turns out like, oh, no. And so it's hard to tell when you first meet someone. It takes time. And there's a lot of fear around that because you don't want to get caught up with some crazy chick, right? So what do you do about this? You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, yes, you're looking for that BFF, but that's a thing that cannot be forced. I think you need to look at being more social in general, not just looking for the BFF, but just looking for some Fs, some friends. Not everyone has to be a bestie. So looking for friends and being out and about more socially will lead to the best friend situation you're looking for. So don't look for a best friend, look for friends, and from that, a best friend will emerge. And what would that person potentially be like? You need someone who is very non-judgmental, who you can have fun with, who likes similar music to you, and who can handle your mood swings and who might have mood swings that you need to handle as well. You could do that. All right. DH, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe have in store for me for the rest of this month? Okay, what do we see for the rest of this month for you? I think some situations that you're not really happy with, but the thing to do in this case is to stay positive, to try to have some fun, to figure out sort of where you're flexible and where you're not, to look for new opportunities, and to lean into your creativity. So fun, dealing with some things that you don't particularly enjoy by staying positive, having clear and firm boundaries, looking for new opportunities, and being creative. Those are the energies we see over these next couple of weeks for you. All right. Sei Chang, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What can I expect in the love department for the month of October? Let's take a look and see. Ooh, I feel like you're getting close to finding someone good. And it's high time. And the thing is, accept nothing less than what you want. Nothing less than what you want. Does that mean the person that you find will be perfect? No, because no one is. But the imperfections need to be imperfections that you can deal with. That's what you're looking for. Adrija Roy, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Do you see any reconnection with H? Also, when can I find a good match? All right. You know, I think H would be happy to reconnect with you, but not in any way that you would want. So I hope that I don't see that. I really do. And in terms of a good match, and the way you worded that, you know that H is not a good match for you. You know this. So when do you find a good one? Soon, 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 soon. There you go. Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Okay, Santiago, you're up next. What messages do my guides want me to know right now? All right. You know, the important thing is for you to not wait for good things to come to you, but to go out and make good things happen. Be proactive in your life. Think about what you want and go get it. Seriously, as much as you can. Ali Mammon, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What is Spirit, the universe, and my guides pushing me to do, and in which area of my life? Okay, that's going to be a 2-card reading. Let's see how that goes. Do this. Okay. The area of life is your own internal life, your own self-perception and self-esteem, where you need to be every day, a little bit at a time, working on improving your own relationship with yourself. Leslie Jones, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Can I really trust Fernanda's work? Feeling super sad and hopeless about the reunion she said was going to happen next semester, but I don't know if I'm just super anxious about it. So, I feel like, I don't feel like Fernanda is being intentionally dishonest. It's just, something that may or may not be able to happen in reality. And I feel like for you, I think you really want it to happen and you're really hopeful. And the chances that it will happen are not great. And so you're in this weird place where you have to hold on to hope, but also be realistic, which is sort of how we live most of our lives, really, is being hopeful but realistic. And the thing is, I feel like this is maybe not where you want to put your focus. I think you need to put your focus on your own internal peace and on what's going to bring you to a better place of strength and security. And that's where you need to put your focus. All right. Mix you here. Michelle, so nice to see you. I thought I'd check in on my love life again, lack thereof, to be honest. I'd really love to find a romantic partner. I'm 43 and I've never truly been in love. Well, let's see what we can do to remedy that. You know, I think, can I tell your story differently? What if you've gotten into your 40s without having gotten trapped in a bad marriage or a bad relationship that, you know, that turned your world upside down? You know, I mean, sometimes the relationships that we have when we're younger are not always, you know, helpful. So, while yes, it is high time for a relationship, I think you did a good job dodging bullets thus far. And we have to remember that. Now, why has it been so challenging to find a decent partner? I think because you really don't want to you don't want to try to make something work that isn't going to work. Now, does that mean you've walked away from things you shouldn't have walked away from? No, I think you saw the handwriting on the wall and there it was. I think you've been good. So, what do we see now? I see you being stronger and more ready. But again, you are so not willing to put up with crap. It is hard to find a relationship that does not come with a fair amount of crap. So, where is this going? I think you need to stay hopeful. And you need to be more proactive in seeking. And then you will find your person. And when you find your person, you will not at all regret the fact that it took a long time. You will recognize that things of quality have no fear of time. It's coming. All right. Von Ray, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I love this question. I'm really thinking that I want to get a dog. My therapist recommended it as well. What do the cards say for me regarding this? So interesting, a dog. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Would you like having a dog? The thing is, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of expense, and it curtails freedom. Would it be worthwhile, all of that? I'm not sure. I mean, like, if you just ask me as a person, I'm like, yeah, get a dog. But if I ask the cards are kind of careful about it. They're not saying no, but they're saying be careful because a bad adoption could make things worse, and even a good situation, well, a good situation would be good, actually. So the key is, dog, it's a qualified yes. It's got to be the right dog, the right time, the right situation. So you really have to think about what kind of dog and how you're going to take care of the training. Like, you really have to think this through. And if you do that, you'll have a good experience. It'll be worth it. All right. Cassia, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I've been challenging. I have been having a challenging life for a long time, and I'm tired of fighting. Now the owner of the house wants to increase the rent, is forcing me to move. I'm very tired. But this person is just like my ex. Yeah, this is hard. You've had a hard time finding a good housing situation. And a lot of that is not you. It's just how hard it is right now in a lot of places. So I know you don't want to have to move. But I feel like this situation is not going to work well. Can you find a situation that is better? You know, yes, you can. Any situation that you find is going to be a bit of a compromise because financially you're not in a position to really be able to have the situation you want. But if you keep looking, you will ultimately find a better situation. And I know you're exhausted and I know it's hard, but if you keep looking, you will. Martha Vink, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Do my 2 cats have needs or health issues they can't tell me about and I'm not seeing? Okay. So I'm just going to do cat 1 and cat 2, and you won't know which cat it is, but that way I can sort of break it apart, right? So cat 1. Cat 1 seems perfectly happy to me. Stubborn, but happy. Cat 2. Cat 2 would be the cat if there has been a behavioral or health issue recently. That's cat 2. Of the 2 cats, one of them may have recently had a problem, but seems to be getting better. So I'm not too worried. So Teresa is suggesting for Von Ray a Yorkie. When I was in the vet yesterday, someone had the most adorable little Yorkie. He wasn't a yipper and so sweet and friendly, made me want a dog. You can take them everywhere. Yorkies can be so cute, right? I do love them. Although I notice a lot of them have peeing issues. I do notice that, just saying. Just saying. All right. Justine, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate you. I drew some cards last night to come up with today's question. Thank you. The 5 of Pentacles was the main card that came up, along with the Knight of Wands reversed, the 3 of Swords, and the King of Swords reversed, my dad. I'd like to know if my dad has any advice he would like to pass on to me regarding which direction to take my job search in. I was trying to kick things off yesterday, but feeling like I don't know where to even begin and already discouraged. I feel like I'm missing out on opportunities if I don't get things underway quickly. All right, let's see what Dad has to say. So Dad's advice here is A, don't stress. Don't stress. I mean, there have always been jobs. There will always be jobs. The economy is up and down, but don't stress. Do it, but don't stress. Network. Talk to people you know. And the thing is, there should not be a particular direction. Cast your net wide. Cast your net wide. Even if that means skewing your resume in such a way that you have one resume for this and another resume for that. You can do that. That's okay. And he also says, he thinks that you're worried that you're not going to be able to find a great job, that you have somehow screwed things up so badly that no decent job is going to want to hire you and you're going to end up in retail hell for the rest of your life. He thinks you're worried about that. And what he has to say about that is that would be your imagination based on things that have happened in the past, but not based on who you are and where you are and what you're doing. And so don't look at the past, look at the present, look at the future. But mightn't prospective employers look at the past? They might, and they might see what we all see, that is the past. Not to worry. Just do it. And if you do that, how quickly do we think you will have a job? It'll take a minute because you need a job that you actually want. But I think it will happen, I would say within 2 months of looking, which is, fairly reasonable. So just make sure you get time off to come to StarCon. All right. Okay, hang on one second. I am just looking. Looking to find where I was. Give me a minute. Justine was, there it is. Okay. Ashley, you're up next. I would like to know if I will possibly be moving to a new place in the next week because I'm over where I'm living now. You are certainly over where you're living now. That's a damn fact. I can see it. But moving within the next week, I don't know if you're going to be able to do it that quickly. Will you be able to move soon, though? I think it's going to take some time, but I think you should figure out how to do it. It's just going to take time, though. Okay. And the next question, Zainab Ali. Will Muhammad Ali ever recognize my worth? Not necessarily, and so you can't wait for someone who's that blind and that stupid. Just can't. Martha voted for me in all 3 categories. Good. That's the WDA Awards, the World Divination Association Awards. I'm nominated in 3 categories. You have till September 28th to vote for me, so please do. So Yolanda, what's going to be happening for me in the next month? So I assume a lot of things and many more things than I'll be able to tell you today. But, the thing that I think you really want to be focusing on, I know that your work is about other people's emotional well-being. And we know how, the cobbler's kids can sometimes not have shoes. Over the next month, the thing you need to be focusing on, is your own emotional well-being. And it feels like you have the tools and the space now to really get to a place where you're feeling better and you're feeling good in a lot of ways. And that will help you move forward in whatever way you want to move forward. Okay, next question I see is Melissa. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. I recently did RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy. That sounds cool. Per the recommendation of a friend. It's a type of hypnosis that reprograms old recordings to move past trauma. How will this impact me and what does the universe think? Let's take a look. I'm looking at this, and I know you've been doing some really good work, right? But this particular work, I think actually might have gotten to the heart of some really difficult things within you to help you release. So what does the universe think about this technique for you? Good, and good to help you get to where you want. Good. Not easy, but good. Okay, Justine. A question for Mom, Janine, absolutely. I've got one Airbnb in Galveston up and running. Should I do a second house as an Airbnb or keep it a long-term rental? Keep it a long-term rental. Let the second one stay for now as a long-term rental. Michelle F., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thanks for using members-only emojis. Honestly, I don't even have a question today. I'm in Salem, Massachusetts and loving it. Well, good. Enjoy that. I just wanted to say thank you for all you do. Well, thank you so much for being here. Let me give you a card for your day in Salem. For your day in Salem, look for things that can help you heal your heart and meet new like-minded people. Okay, 3 Rev Will. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Finally making a live session. Yay. Appreciate it. My question is, do I really have all the tools and know-how to deal with my work and personal issues? Mercury retrograde has been a killer and I'm shook. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, but do you really have what you need? You do! Oh my God. Tarot people, all my tarot people, pay heed to this right now, please. You can't make this stuff up, and this is why we love tarot. So y'all know that while I will interpret cards according to the situation and in context, that I do have specific keywords that I will use for specific cards, and y'all know what my keywords are for the magician because you've heard them a million times. When the magician comes up, very often, what do I say to you when it comes up for you? You have the tools, the skills, and the ability to do what you need to do. So, my questioner has asked, do I really have all the tools and know-how to deal with my work and personal issues? We can't get clearer than that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you are constantly learning and constantly evolving. Now, interesting, you said Mercury retrograde was bad this time around. Magician is the card associated with Mercury. So he's come up upright and he's like, okay, I'm going to behave now. I'm going to behave for a while. So I think it'll be okay. Oh, and Teresa has dropped the link to vote for me in all 3 categories. Thank you so much for that. Everyone, please do that. Okay. Sayoni Dasgupta, so nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Is letting S go the right thing to do now, or will he move ahead with me romantically? Okay, so what will happen with S? I think letting go is the right thing. Bye-bye, see you later. It's been real, it's been fun. I'm not sure it's been real fun. Yeah, no, on to the next, seriously. Tortoiseshell Moon, Kathy, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. What is on the horizon for me this autumn? How is this new season shaping up for me? And thanks for using members-only emojis. We really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, 3 Rev Will, that's your life card. Well, there you go, man. That answers your question in 3 different ways, and the answer is always yes for you right now. All right. So, Tortoiseshell Moon, what's on the horizon for you this autumn? How is the new season shaping up for you? Let's take a look. I don't know what your romantic situation is, but this bodes well for your romantic life and for friendships. So I feel like good people stuff in the next season, and that's what you want to lean into. If there are people around you that aren't really where you want to be, move away, back away from that, and move toward the people that, really make you feel good. And if you don't have such people in your life, then be open to meeting them. Okay. Yolanda. So I guess this is a question for Jenna, I would assume. We bought Jenna a car for her birthday. Nice parents. Anything I know and any improvement to her social life. Anything I should know and any improvement to her social life. Okay. I'm not quite sure how this isn't you asking 2 questions, but I'm going to do it because whatever. Here we are. Because it's sort of a question for Jenna, sort of. So we'll do it. I mean, in terms of her driving, it's always scary to have your kids start driving. But I feel like she, as a I'm a little worried, and I'm worried like just the way you asked the question. You bought her a car, and what about her social life? I think she should focus on one or the other, not both, because being the kid with the car can be such a problem in terms of people talking you into doing things you shouldn't do and taking risks you shouldn't take. And people will sometimes do that. Kids will sometimes take those risks in order to, garner respect with their friends. So I would say your focus needs to be on vehicular safety and let her social life take care of itself. That focus should not come from you. I think because if she thinks you're worried about her social life, she may take unnecessary risks, and we don't want that. All right. No problem, Trey. You're all good. Melissa, heavy but good. Right? There it is, heavy but good. You got it. Aria Wilson, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well as well. What advice do my ancestors have for me about my love life at this time? I feel like you have some basic, and I don't know what the state of your love life is right now, but the way I'm looking at these cards, I'm not thinking it's great. And I feel like you've got some basic history, modeling, and or misconceptions around how partnership is and how partnership should be and how it all works. Excuse me. It may be the household you grew up in did not offer relationship modeling that works for you. It may be you've had relationships in the past that did not work well. But I feel like it's time for a whole reset around what relationships are, how they work, how you are in a relationship, how you want to be in a relationship, what kind of person you want to be in a relationship with. And when we look at current situation, I feel like you're in a current situation that is causing confusion and frustration, and that needs to be solved. That situation needs to be solved. All right. Well, Justine, tell Janine I said you're very welcome. All right. Hey, Julia Bonesteel, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Baby Cakes, you are up next. Thanks so much for being here. Will I need a surgery soon, or will it reverse itself? If yes, how fast will I have to get the surgery? The sooner the better. Ugh, you come back to the U.S. and then all of a sudden this? I am so sorry. So, will you need the surgery, or will it reverse itself? Unclear. Let's see. It's unclear right now. Let's take a look and see if we can get some clarity on this. I think there's a chance that it will reverse itself. I think you don't have to call it yet, and I think you may not need the surgery. If it turns out that you do need the surgery, I think it would be fine and could happen quickly, but I'm not sure you're going to need it. All right. So there's a lot of love for the conspiracy theory questions. There really is. If y'all want to do a session on just conspiracy theories, we absolutely could. Although I think alcohol should also be involved. I'm just saying, just saying. Anyway, Amy Foreman, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Since we bought the house, I've noticed a big shift in my perception. What is enough? Advice, please, to balance reaching for more with appreciation for what I have now. And again, thanks for being here, and thanks for using members-only emojis. How to find that balance? Well, what you have now is something you've wanted for a really long time, and you had to go through a lot of gyrations to make it happen. So first, yes, gratitude in what you have. That's absolutely right. How do you reach for more? Well, I think what this is a huge line of demarcation in your personal timeline. When I first met you, you were living in a tent with a baby. Now, I'm not saying that was bad. A lot of us were living in an unusual situation, and it was kind of cool. but you've come a long way in the time I've known you. And so I think what it is, it's appreciation for the house, but it's also appreciation for the journey that brought you here. And leaning into that appreciation will help you find the balance, because like being a homeowner is messing with your sense of identity. That's what's going on here. Because there's a part of you that is still sort of identifying yourself being the person living in the tent, or then being the person, living in a rental situation or feeling more precarious or any of that stuff. And now you're in a different place. And so I think it's just, opening up to embrace that part of your identity. If that makes sense. Amy Foreman, haha, indeed I was. Yep, and I was right there living in a trailer, so there it was. And we're getting a lot of support for the conspiracy theory, free-for-all. So yeah, we will do that. We'll probably do that in October, actually. Megan J, nice to see you. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. I would like to know the best decision romantically between CL, CN, or CM, or if I should grow with all and see where it leads. And so the first thing I'm going to do, and all of you who are readers, here's my technique for playing with this kind of thing. I love this sort of question. I really, really do. And so the first question we're going to ask is, of the three people mentioned, are any of them potentially good romantic partners for Megan J? And the answer is, I think we have to recognize that of these three, the answer may be none of the above. Look further. That may be the answer. Now, let's look at each of them. CL. CL can be super, super sweet, but has major problems. Do not let the sweetness blind you to the problems. How would a relationship work with that person? I don't think it would. So this person is sweet, but I don't see a future. CN, let's see what we see. CN is someone who could be so much fun to hang out with, but won't do the work of a relationship. So far with these first two, they're sweet, they're nice, they're fun, but I don't think the substance is going to be there. CM. So CM of the three might show up as the best choice. But would a relationship with CM really work in the long run? Unclear. So if you had to choose today, if someone was holding a gun to your head saying, choose one of these people, CM. But I kind of like the idea, like they all have something to offer in the moment. And I think that there might be someone else out there who's a better pick. So if you're going to pick one, it's CM. If you want to hang out with all of them, I wouldn't necessarily be looking for a future with any of them, except maybe CM. But I would stay open to other people right now. All right. Yolanda, thank you so much for the super chat. Your concerns are my concerns, exactly. Concerned about her being the kid with the car, right. Kids taking advantage of her and being tempted with the wrong choices, right. Right, because, this is the moment where those wrong choices can become things you don't come back from. And I'm not saying that's going to happen or I see that happening, but I am worried because I feel like there are some social issues there. So that's the concern. And I feel like in a way, being the very strict parents about what she's allowed to do and how she's allowed to do it with her car, that way she can blame you instead of taking the heat herself. You see what I'm saying? That would help. All right. Okay, Helena, you're up next. Is it possible for me to marry RVI and maintain a relationship with him? Is it right to marry him? Is it possible to marry him? I don't know, man. Let's see. It might be possible to marry him. Would that work out okay? I think it might. I think there's possibilities here. It's a little weird, but I think there are possibilities. Okay. Kathy Lee, so nice to see you. I'm so sorry you're going through this with the HOA. Should I pursue the HOA with an attorney? And if I did, would I win? Should you pursue the HOA with an attorney? It's not a bad idea. And if you did, would you win? I don't know if you would win. I think what would happen is they'd be like, okay, she's serious. She's gotten a lawyer. We're going to have to work with her. So I think having an attorney would cause them to behave differently. So I think just the having the attorney write the letter would be enough. I don't think it'd actually end up having to go to court. All right, Joanne Ellis, nice to see you. Will I be in my current job for a long time, or will there be changes like cutbacks? Sure, let's take a look. Okay. Current job. There are questions. There are absolutely questions about this. I think there will be cutbacks. And for you, yeah, I don't know that it's secure. I think that you are well liked. I think you do a good job, but I don't think it's necessarily secure. It could go either way. I'm so sorry. Jennifer Donaldson, it is so good to see you. I haven't seen you in the longest time. Thank you so much for being here. Should I move to a place that makes sense financially or look for something in an area I would feel more comfortable? I hate the way the housing market is right now that we're having to ask ourselves these questions. I hate it. Okay. So, makes sense financially? Feel more comfortable? I think, let's see. I think you have to do the thing that makes sense financially, but you have to do it in the least egregious way possible. So yes, do the thing that makes sense financially, but do it in the least egregious way possible. All right. Ms. Kimmy, thanks so much for being here, and thank you for the super chat. I see your question, and I will take it in the order that I receive it. Thank you so much. Most appreciated. All right. Denise Woods, you're up next. What does October look like for me? Honestly, I think there could be some financial improvement and improvement with friends and family. So that could be good. And here it is. Teresa came up with her question. Will I start working at the end of the year after I graduate, or will it be closer to spring next year? I'm going to start looking like late fall. So how quickly will you be able to get the job that you're preparing yourself for? It may be a little closer to spring. Don't worry. It'll be good when it happens. Don't worry. And there's a lot of encouragement from people for Von Ray to get a dog, I gotta say. Lola Mannequin, so nice to see you. And I just overscrolled. I'm coming back for you. I'm looking for you. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll find you. Oh, and Joanne Ellis, I'll vote for you because you're so good, kind, and helpful. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Martha Vink, thank you. Stubborn tells me which cat the first one was. Got it. Understood. Understood. Lola, got you. Will there be improvements with my relationship, or are things done for real? Such a hard question. I think there's still love there. I think there could be improvement. I would be looking for and working toward improvement. Where there's hope, you got to go for the hope. Kai Liz, thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. Oh my gosh, another dog question. I lost my 2 dogs during the last year. I'm so sorry. Should I get another dog now? Yes. Yes, you should. Yes. Let me think about that just for 1 minute. Yes. Yes, you should. Okay. Crinkle Harrius, Renata. Option A or option B? Let's go. Option A or option B? Option A, without question, option A. All right. Ms. Kimmy, thanks so much for being here, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I manifested my soulmate, but 2 have come and gone. Now there is another. All are Master 11. What's going on? So I think I can tell you what's going on. I think it's a misunderstanding of how manifestation works and a misunderstanding of the term soulmate. I think in reality, what you're trying to do is do the energy work to find a good partner. And the people that you've been meeting so far are not going to be good partners for you. So clearly not soulmates. But that's okay, because you have to meet a lot of people in order to find the right one. So I don't think there's a problem here. Just keep meeting people, and when someone's not right, get rid of them. Don't assume that because you did the manifestation work, the next person you meet is going to be the one. Every single person has to be vetted, and the only way to vet someone is to spend time with them. So just keep meeting people and vetting them, and you'll find a good one. And the energetic work supports that. Well done. All right. Okay, Crystal Davis, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Will me and Eddie be together? Okay, Crystal Davis, will me and Eddie be together? I think there's a real possibility. I think it absolutely could happen. However, I think that, there's a part of me that wants to say, and be careful what you wish for. I think it could happen. I don't know if it's in your best interest. Okay. And Julia Bonesteel, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Love it. Found some other opportunities to study in mediumship instead of the year-long program I recently asked you about. Thank you. Excellent. Well done. Kelly K, the person I'm manifesting, will he come in this month? I have such a hard time with people thinking they can manifest people. I mean, I manifested a person. Here's how I did it. I had sex with someone, and the person grew within my uterus, and 9 months later, there was the person I manifested. I don't know if there's another way to manifest people. I think we can do magical workings to attract a good partner. I think we can do that. But this concept of manifesting a person, to me, just feels wrong linguistically and otherwise, because it suggests that a person then would no longer have agency. So, just saying regarding that. But a good question. I'm going to translate that question, Kelly K, to a person that you have been doing energy work to meet. Will you be meeting such a person this month? I think you could meet a lot of people this month, but I'm going to caution you with the same way that I caution Kimmy, which is if you do magical work to bring in a relationship, do not assume the next person you meet is that person. Because it doesn't always work that way. All right? Haha, Amy, I'm so glad for the tent living that allowed me to cross paths with you. Right? Me too. Oh my gosh. Catherine Fan, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You're up next. 3Web Will, I love your comment on manifesting. I totally manifested 2 people that I love and cherish in the same way, right? Right? I did manifest a second kid by marrying their father. That's how I got Allison. I married her father. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Okay. So, Catherine Fan, how does my friend feel about me? Does he feel attracted or see me romantically at all? I think he admires you. I think he's a little nervous. Like, I think he's trying not to see you that way. I think he's nervous about it and he's trying not to see you that way, which means he kind of does see you that way, but he doesn't want to. And my advice, women, heterosexual women who are dating or looking for heterosexual men, which I think is the situation we're looking at here, although I don't technically know. Here's a piece of advice. There is this whole trope about men being afraid to commit. And if we're just gentle and kind and give them time and space, they'll figure it out and they'll commit. And I'm not really saying this to you, Catherine Fan, because I don't think this is your situation. But your situation reminded me of this, which is why I'm saying it. So I'm not saying it to you, Catherine. I'm just saying it to women in general because I see it all the time. And I think what happened was there were too many love redemption movies when we were growing up. These movies where people heal and find their ability to love and they live happily ever after, right? That's the whole story arc of a romance, is we meet each other and then it's not going to work and then it is going to work. But I don't think that really happens in life. So what inspired me for that, Catherine, is this guy that I think has an interest in you, but I think is afraid of that interest. And what I'm saying to you is that should be a deal breaker. He can be your friend, but any interest you might have here, if he's too afraid, you need a person with some cojones. Just saying. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, and a question for Joanne Ellis's husband. Will he be okay with his stressful job changes? Yeah, I think he will be. I think he'll be okay. All right. My friends, I want to thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It's last call for readings, y'all. If I accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. Please reiterate. Or if you're here and have not asked a question, now's the time. Joanne, he's worried that he's going to get forced out. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't. All right. My friends, if you're a member of this channel, please do join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. for our members-only live stream. I'm really looking forward to this. Justine, you need a person with some cojones. That's going in the quote book. Yeah. Well, to be fair, yeah. And I recognize that using a term for male appendage to mean guts, courage, bravery is probably not, the most PC way or the most empowering way I could speak. And so I probably shouldn't have even said it. But I was just talking with someone recently who said to me, this is a heterosexual female after a relationship that did not work out, I need a man with bigger balls than me. That's what I heard this person say. I was like, yeah, that's so true and so good. and so true for so many of us, right? So there that is. Jennifer, will I be coming to Connecticut anytime soon? Not soon. I'm hoping to come next summer. So probably not soon. All right, my friends. In the description, you will see a link to vote for me in the World Divination Association Awards. Please do that. You'll see a link to learn about StarCon. Please do that. And you'll see a link to book a private session with me. Maybe consider doing that as well. You'll also see a link to join this channel. And if you want to, do it before tomorrow so you can join us for our members-only live stream. My friends, I appreciate you so much. So much. Thank you so much to the members, the moderators, the people who have helped out with super chats and super stickers. Everyone, please like this video. If you're new here, please do subscribe. I will look forward to seeing you all really soon. I appreciate you so much.